Hello there YouTube, welcome back to another Elder Scrolls quick tip. Semi-mong from Game On here, and we are we're going to go through blacksmithing today and clothing. I'm going to show you all 5 sections of the blacksmithing and cloven stations and show you what to do. Now if you haven't already, go check out our low resources gathering collecting video. Go out and get your primary resource, and for blacksmithing that will be ore. And for the lower levels it's iron ore, so you want to get that and first refine it down into iron ingots. You need a minimum of 10 to do it, and you can only get 7 to 10 iron bars out of it, so you can sometimes lose iron bars, but there's nothing you can do about that. And it does it 10 at a time, so I got a good 10 bars there. How many do I get this time? Oh, I got a 10 bars and a secondary material, so a style material, and then another 10 bars. So if we go into creation, I'll run you through it. You'll need your primary material, and that's everything you can make. So you need your primary, secondary material, which is this, and that's the style that you'll be making your piece of armor or weapon in. And then you have your third non-optional, not non-optional, it is optional, sorry. Your third optional, which is your trait. But for now, go ahead and try and find your secondary material. So this will be the one that does not say you have to unlock, meaning you've already unlocked it. For me, it's a bone. There are other styles, and to craft in different styles. So different styles means you'll just make a different appearance helmet, so it will look different. It will look completely different to a different race. You just have to go out there and find books, and they actually unlock different styles, allowing you to use different secondary materials. But for now, I just grabbed some bone, went ahead, and as I said, these are all the traits you can research, but I'll go ahead and do that in a minute in that section. So I've got my secondary material, which I brought. I've got my main material, which I found. What do we want to make? Say I want to make an iron sword. I can go ahead, select the iron sword, and actually adjust the level and how much damage it will do by increasing the amounts of ingots I craft with it. So just make sure you've got everything selected, and then select which level you want to craft the iron sword with. So it goes up in increments of 2, so I do suggest going back to the blacksmith every even level to try and upgrade your armor a bit. And then once you are happy with your selection, simply press square to craft, and there you go. You've got your iron sword, you've upped your blacksmithing XP a little bit, and all's well that ends well. And now secondly, you can actually improve this or now deconstruct it. So let's just go ahead and make a couple more things. As you can see, certain items require more. So a level 1 chest plate will require more iron ingots than say a level 1 sword, just because it's a bigger piece of armor. But say you have items you don't want, you can actually deconstruct these down to raw or secondary materials. So I'm just going to go ahead and give you an example right now. Let's see, I think I do. Yeah, I think I do deconstruct a uncommon item in the hope that I will get something better. But I actually don't have enough inventory slots. So yeah, this is a quick and easy way to actually also earn secondary materials. Because I'm not quite sure how you would go about getting the secondary materials to choose your style. For now, I just buy them from this guy, the Clovier. But there are other ways of obtaining them. Obviously, you can deconstruct items like I'm about to show you. But I'm pretty sure you can go out and just find them around in the wild or from mob drops. Not quite sure, but I'll get back to you on that one. So if we just go ahead and deconstruct a hammer, let's see what we get. And there we go, I've got a secondary material I can actually use, which is bone. Because a lot of them, as you know, you can't use unless you learn it. So go out there and keep finding those books. What did we get there? So we've got some iron ingots and a different type of secondary material. So I wouldn't actually be able to use that until I've learned a certain style it requires. Which is kind of cool. It is an aim of mine personally to try and get every style. But for now, let's go through the last 2, so improvement and research. Now improvement is where you can actually improve an item you've just made or a current item you have. So say I wanted to improve this sword from fine quality to uncommon, get it up to the rest of my gear, I would have to click on it. Go ahead and click on it. No, we're not going to click on it. Yeah. Oh no, sorry guys, I end up clicking on something else. So yeah, here's an example. If I wanted to up this axe to a rare axe, it gives you a percentage every time with the oil. And the oil you can just find by killing mobs outside or going out and mining iron ore, any type of ore, depending on your level. But it goes up, I think, it goes up in increments of 5 going from fine to uncommon, and then increments of 7 going from uncommon to rare, as you could just see. So going from rare to legendary would be like increments of 10. So if I go onto the sword and I can actually increment that in bits of 5, so every stone I add would give me a 20% more chance to up that iron sword to an uncommon iron sword, as you can see. But unfortunately it fails, and that means the iron sword will have, I believe, been destroyed. I don't know if I made 2 or if that's the same iron sword. But yeah, now down to the final tier in blacksmithing, guys. If we go back into creation, I can actually show you the last tier on the creation tab, which is a trait. And as you can see, it's adding a sort of enchant to the item you're about to make. But first of all, before you can actually use this, you need to research it. So say I make a lot of iron swords. I could go into iron swords, research a certain trait that would add extra damage, and then come back 6 hours later, pick up that researchable, and then once I next go to make an iron sword, I'll be able to add a trait as long as I have the required material, which is pretty good. It's just something more to work towards. And as you can see, this is the Cloven Station. It is literally exactly the same. The only difference I have to show you is the difference between light and heavy armor. You can see the materials in this section here changing from jute to rawhide scraps. Jute is the first material you'll need to make light armor, whereas rawhide scraps is the first material to make medium armor. So it's all the same. You can deconstruct armor you found or armor you've just made, try and get materials back, try to improve some things. So let's see if I can improve some boots, I believe it is. Do I do it? No, it failed, which is kind of a shame. I've been your guy semi-mong. Remember to like, share and subscribe, and check back for more content soon. Bye!